Welcome back for the back nine of Upper Meadows of the first stop of the Revolution Tour. We're going to jump right into hole 10, so here we go. Hole 10 is 155 feet. It's a par 3. You want to follow this dirt path up the right side. The sun made it hard to see where the basket was and hard to see where the tee shots ended up landing, so sorry about that. It's not the best right now, but hopefully just the lighting can get better as we go. It doesn't help that the sun's going down a little bit quicker on us. Normally midday, it's not too bad. Dylan got a good rip right here, though. You'll see where he landed in a moment. AJ to wrap up the tee box for us. I think he did pretty well. Brandon did not do too well. He cut rolled into all the nasty stuff on the right side. Just had to lay it up. Had a good layup though. Nothing wrong with that. I pushed a little long, so you guys see me going for my 2 putt from back here. Probably about 22 feet, and I hit that putt. Here's AJ for his 2. Just left it short. Here's Dylan. Dylan had a good tee shot right here. Well, you can see the man's upset about that one. Wants that one back for sure. Brandon tapped his in. There's AJ. AJ picked up Dylan for him. Here we go, the hole 11, 240 feet, par 3. It's a straight downhill. As you see, I had a pretty good run on it, but I was pretty short still. Here's Brandon. Just give it a light high rip. Hit the first tree and just spike down in the middle of the fairway. Here's Dylan. Got a little high on that sea otter. Hit the tree as well. About the same spot as Brandon. AJ lining up with his zone. Put on some Annie and just fought back out, hit the tree and kicked to the right side. AJ lining up from about halfway down the fairway with an envy. That tree helped him there at the end, parked the shot for him. Here's Brandon with a Mako. Just threw it a little too hard, got a little grip lock on it too, and then got a nasty tree kick there at the end. Here's Dylan. Just absolutely ripped it way far past the basket. And Brandon from the woods. And gave it some height, just a little short. There's AJ tapping his in. Going back here to Dylan. Dylan's looking from probably about 35 feet. So you really don't want to be that far back. He went a little long with the basket. Here I am for my birdie. Got that birdie. There's Brandon tapping his in. And here's Dylan going for the first person. So here we go to hole 12. Hole 12 is 210 feet, par 3. I throw my sea out right here. It goes pretty straight, just off to the right side for me. Here's AJ throwing the hex. Got a little high on it, but then hyzered out. Not a bad look though. Brandon. Gave it a decent rip just down that left side. If he got that pretty straight, it would have been nice. Dylan throwing his insanity. Nice straight rip, just low. Brandon for an upshot. A little forehand berg. Threw a little long, a little too much Annie. Dylan for 2. A little short, but got the easy tapping for par. AJ for 2. A little short as well. Brandon for his par save here with his Luna. Oh, hit the cage. Knocked down my putt for my 2. Brandon tapping in. AJ coming to tap in. Dylan's going to hit another first person for you guys. As we move on to hole 13. Hole 13 is a 220-foot hole, par 3. Big forehand shot. You guys see the basket up there on the right side and the tree still. But super far uphill. Plays a little bit farther than 220, I would say. This is probably the best tee shot I had on the hole. AJ had a pretty good tee shot as well. Here Brandon goes and just turns something over and hits a tree there on the right side. And Dylan lined up a forehand with his Halo Wraith. Just wobbled out of his hand and he turned it over, so he's up there in the field though, so that's nothing to be mad about. Brandon had not a whole lot to look at, so he just threw a roller, get out there in the field somewhere. And Dylan going for a nice little upshot. Gave it some height. Went long with the basket. Doesn't look terrible though. Here's Brandon taking another upshot. And just tried throwing the bird, get through a little too high, and it stalled out on him. AJ almost hit his putt for his two. He had a good look though. Brandon for the bogey save. Oh, he didn't get the bogey save. Dylan knocked down his par save. Here we go for my two. Like I said, this is my best drive I have on this hole. I threw a captain's raptor. And Brandon lining up for his double bogey. Everybody tapped theirs in, but here we are on hole 14. This is 230 feet, par 3. You want to throw a little forehand, pretty straight. I know it's hard to see my disc, but you'll see in the middle right side of the screen right there, kind of roll towards the basket. Probably one of my better tee shots on this shot, like this hole as well. AJ threw it pretty well. You can see where his landed. Yep, nice little cut roll there on the ground. Dylan's trying for like a backdoor hyzer gap. He almost got through it. It's very hard to get through. There's a lot of little stuff there, but if you can fight through, you park it pretty much all the time. Here's Brandon throwing his diamond. It came out, was fighting on some Annie, then it just flexed back on him. So, but he still got down there, didn't hit any trees. So Dylan just did not go well out of his hand right there. So he wants that one back as well. Dylan was having a rough day this day. Took his upshot. He's right underneath of it. Here's Brandon. That's where his tee shot landed. Here's Berg on the forehand. Left a little tester putt there for him. AJ stepping up for his putt. A little high that time. Dylan knocked his in. Here's Brandon. Moving over for AJ's. And he missed that one as well. Wow. Here I go for my two. Knock that one down. There's Dylan. AJ tapped his in. Here we go at the hole 15 now. 280 feet. Pretty straight. I threw mine just to the left. It was a dead straight shot. I just aimed it to the left. Here's AJ. He tried putting a little too much on that and pulled it to the right side. Brandon, he gave it a good rip right here with his Mako. Fairly straightforward. He landed over here in the little green spot. It's not a terrible spot to be, but it's not the best spot to be. Here's Dylan. He also hit a tree on that right side. Kicked him about the middle of the fairway. AJ didn't really have anything from where he was and tried ripping his zone over on Annie. Hit a tree right in front of him. Here's Dylan. Hit another tree. Envy forehand just turned it over. These two guys, they just want to get off the hole at this point. I do not blame them. This hole was mean to all of us, and you guys will see in a minute. Besides Brandon, Brandon got away from this hole at least. AJ just threw it a little too hard for his upshot. So here I go for my two putt. I hit this rock right here and roll. The camera cuts off, but this is where I landed, so it's about 10 feet longer than the putt I just had. That's where the hole got me. So then just tried running it and just went a little long, and it sat down pretty well for me. So AJ's going to go for his. Dylan just missed his. AJ finally made it in the basket so he can get away from this hole. Brandon's going to pick up all of us and tap us all in. As we move on to hole 16. Hole 16 is 250 feet, par 3. This basket's kind of hard to see. It's pretty straight though. There's a couple trees straight ahead off the tee you want to get to the right of and just have like a hyzer push pretty flat. I threw my hyena on some hyzer and it flipped up pretty flat, then caught the tree on the right side and sat down. AJ threw his a little too high and hit a tree and it kicked him down to the left side. Here goes Dylan throwing his insanity. Got a pretty good rip off on that right there. Here's Brandon lining up his second shot. Not bad. Got almost out of bounds. Stayed in though. Dylan throwing a zone. Looked pretty good to me. Brandon throwing from pretty much the road. Parked it right there. Nice little tap in. AJ putting for his two. Just short, laid it up though pretty nicely. Here I go for my two. Just threw it too far to the right. Here's Dylan. Tapped his in. AJ got his, making sure that thing was going in. Burning shit off his new penny putter he got. Dylan went back there and got me. Here we go, the hole 17. This is a new tee pad for this course. This is 200 feet. It's dead straight. I threw my Athena here and skipped behind the basket, but I was like way long in the basket. It looked a lot closer, but it wasn't that close. Here's AJ. AJ just hazarded out to the left side. He's not bad though from where he's at. Dylan just ripped it over a little too much ante, but got up there. Here's Brandon. Give it a good rip, just a little high. Brandon lining up a little forehand here with his Berg. Tight little gap, but he just went for that little ante, hit the pole, so nothing to be mad about right there. AJ had a big straddle. Here's Dylan from where he landed, so he really wasn't that bad. Just threw it way too high, got lucky. Did not hit AJ, it looked like it did, but it did not. Here I go for my two. Just chain out that top side, but just gotta get that a little bit lower and more in the heart. There's Dylan. Here I go for my par. Knock it down. Brandon tapping his in now. Here we go, the hole 18. This is 310 feet. Pretty straight. I threw my T-Bird 3, and you guys see it landed right there. Pretty much a little bit on the hill. Here's AJ. He crushed this bolt. Had a pretty good run on the basket, just a little far to the right and a little long. Here's Dylan ripping his insanity. Feeling some ante and got a little roll out of it. Not bad though, because you guys see it rolled pretty much to the bottom of the hill and curled up. And it's not going to be a bad putt. It's going to be right like edge of circle, maybe a little bit outside. Here's Brandon. Just hazard out on him, but he's on the hill right there. Sorry about the sun in this right here, guys. Ran through another shot, just hazard out a little bit before the basket, but he's up there on the hill now. Here's Dylan lining up his two. With my hand trying to cover the sun for the glare, but it'd be alright. There's AJ. Missed his two. Lining up my two. I missed him as well, but it's okay. Brandon just missed that putt, but here I go to tap mine in. There's AJ tapping his in as well. Brandon's going to line up his putt. A little short there. Dylan's going to line his up. Got that. Brandon's coming to tap his in. That's going to be the last putt of this card. So here's our back nine scorecard. You guys see I had 5 birdies in a row to start it out, so I felt pretty good about all that. The red card is going to be Nick, Chase, and JJ. You guys will see that within the next couple weeks whenever we can get the guys out. So see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching this. Please like, share, and sub. Catch you guys later.